Hey people, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in as per usual. Now, a lot of you guys, from various ages, different backgrounds, you guys have shown a lot of interest in joining the JCF. Now, guys, to join the JCF, there are 12 steps that you must go through, right? As the topic suggests, today I will be focusing on the polygraph test and what you can expect going into it. I want you to be aware that it is crucial to be successful at each stage of the process in order for you to move on to the next. And the polygraph, guys, is no different, right? On the day of your polygraph test, you must be on time. Guys, you can't be late. Don't show up late. Being on time, guys, says a lot about you. Now, prior to you doing the polygraph test, you will be briefed by an officer as to what is expected of you, what you are going to do, what you should do, and what you should not do, right? You will be told all of that. After the briefing, you will be given a confession form to complete. As the name suggests, guys, it is exactly what it is. It is a confession form. You will be required to complete that form with your personal information, and on that form there are some questions that you are required to answer, and depending on your answer to each of those questions, you will be required to elaborate and give additional details pertaining to what your answer was. If there is nothing to confess, there is just nothing for you to confess. So you're going to leave it blank, right? If you have a confession to make pertaining to any of the questions that you will see on that document, you will write it on the form in the related section and give details. On the confession form, you may come upon questions like, have you ever held a firearm, whether illegally or illegally? Have you ever fired a firearm, or do you know anyone who sells firearm or is in possession of illegal firearms? Or have you ever sold any firearms? Right, so you see questions like those. There will also be questions about lottery scamming and any other illegal activities. The confession form, guys, is basically asking you of any illegal activities that you may have partake in, or if you know anybody who have partake in any illegal activities. Now, after completing that form, you will be taken to a secure room and an officer will give you certain instructions. You will then be placed around a monitor. Now, where that monitor is, there is a chin hold. So your chin will be rested on that chin hold, and you will be instructed to focus on the monitor that is in front of you, and you are not to move. There will be a sensor somewhere there on the monitor. That sensor is there to detect the dilation of your pupils when you are answering the questions that will appear on screen. The reason for this, guys, is that it is believed that whenever a person is lying, their pupils will dilate. In layman terms, it means your pupils are going to expand, or they are going to open a little wider. So the sensor will pick up on all of that and record your response to determine if you are lying or not. Now, before you start the actual lie detector test, you will be asked to follow a dot on screen because they are going to calibrate that detector machine to you. After calibration, you will be asked a series of true or false questions. Now, as it relates to the question, I don't have a full list of all the questions, but I have an idea of some of what you can expect. You are going to see questions about terrorism, whether or not you are currently a part of a terrorist group, or if you have ever been a part of a terrorist group. Questions about falsifying information on your application or forging of signatures. You will see questions about lottery scamming activities as well. You are also going to see questions about your drug usage, whether or not you use drugs or you have sold any. You are also going to see questions about whether or not you have committed serious crimes or if you was involved in any serious crimes. There will be some control questions thrown in the mix as well, like some mathematical questions like 1 + 1 or so forth. So you can look out for those as well. Now, all the questions you are going to see are true or false, which you will either click yes or no with a mouse. You will have around 5 seconds to answer each question. If you miss a question, it might repeat itself. So as I said before, the questions will come around again. You will see the same questions being asked, more than once in different ways, right? So it is imperative that you pay keen attention to all of the questions that are being asked, that are being displayed on the screen, and read carefully and ensure that you understand what the questions are asking of you, right? Now at the end of the polygraph, guys, you won't be told if you pass or not, so bear that in mind. What will happen is that the recruiting office will call you, right, for the next step in the process should you pass your polygraph test. Or if it is the last thing that you had left to do, you will be contacted and told when to go into training if you were shortlisted for training. Yeah, but that is basically it, guys. It is for you to go there, apply yourself, remain calm, read the questions properly, and ensure that you understand what is being asked of you. Now, if you found this video useful, please consider subscribing to the channel, like and share the video with others if you did, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.